Is there any special request from any of you? And so Zoom is doing this new thing that whenever you start recording, it starts announcing that recording in progress. So there's nobody ever not knowing that they're being recorded in the competition. And when the recording happens here, it's only one way, right? So you're not on camera, you're not being recorded. So just for a few seconds, no requests, no special requests on Betsy. Okay, silence is consenting. Uh-oh, there's a request, there's text.
Nope.
Oh.
Okay. No, wait, hips.
Hips, is that what it says?
That's what Don Murphy says hips. Flexors.
Hip flexors, great. Oh Lord.
Ay, Dios mío.
All right. So taking a few seconds, actually, I've been all day on top of the computer. So my back, it's been also a little bit tense. So be nice to do a little bit of hip flexors that opens up the other parts of the body. So for a few seconds, sitting back and reflecting, right? So what is the intent of our yoga practice? Why are we here? Why are we doing our yoga? We understand the perspective of that yoga brings into our life, right? Yoga is actually a whole rich sense of a different approach to what life might look like and what the world might look like. So is the philosophical framework that brings with it. And to shift from this, I don't know what I'm here for, to shift from, I don't know what this the purpose of my life. I don't know what my relationship to who I am. So what is that question? All these things are really answered through the yoga philosophy. And who is God, and what is that, and why am I suffering? Why is there suffering in the world, and why do I have to so much engage into things that are so material all the time, whenever I should be thinking about things that are spiritual? Why am I creating desires which are my link, right? Every desire that I create is a bond that I need to resolve. A bond, because it will either, if it's granted that desire, I will want some more. I want this job because it's gonna pay me more money, and then all of a sudden I was like, okay, I need to increase my salary. I need to have more advancement into this job. I need to make more hours. I need to spend more money. And then so all of a sudden the desire becomes 10 more desires and never is satisfied. Or if it's satisfied, it's only satisfied temporarily. And then there's, again, that sense of dissatisfaction at the end of that. And if it's not satisfied, if that desire is not granted, then we create resentment. Oh, God doesn't love me, or, like God is going to be the one that is giving you your desire. So, oh, I am angry because I'm not given this opportunity. And then that creates an opportunity for anger, and anger creates an opportunity for all kinds of negative thinkings. And then anger is the easiest way, or one of the easiest ways, to separate ourselves from the spirituality. So anger breaks or closes or blocks our heart from having, again, an open space and recipient of that energy of love. And so creating for a few seconds an intention. So if you can actually sit for a few seconds into your yoga mat, into your hips, into your legs, and just relax. There's nothing to expect from your physical body at this point, but maybe observing, and maybe by closing the eyes and taking a few seconds internally to simply feel what happens into our physical body right now. And what is it that I am intending? Can I be maybe focusing in an event? Maybe there's a person, maybe there's a personality, Maybe there's an idea, there's an emotion, maybe there's an ideal that we can focus on, that we can focus our attention, we can focus our intention of maybe gratefulness, of surrendering, something that brings the best out of ourselves. And maybe the eyes can softly close, maybe the forehead can clearly open, maybe the throat and chin and lips soften, and the back and shoulders and spine relaxes, and the core of the body is supported. Maybe we allow our physical body to just release slowly any of those other things that do not belong to the moment. And so how do we learn to move that energy that might be constantly in the back of our head? We're constantly looking at our watch, we're constantly looking around. Maybe our eyes are constantly engaging outside. We always find as we sit down something to scratch on, or something that itches, or something that doesn't feel comfortable, or then remember something on the stove, or that TV show, or a to-do list for tomorrow, whatever, all those things that are just coming in constantly into our lives. So can we allow for a few seconds and maybe make a considered effort to focus on things that we can be grateful for? Again, gratefulness is the closest thing to love. So to have gratefulness starts evoking this feelings, the sensations of love. And maybe allowing our eyes and our heart and our mind's eye. And regardless, right? If I'm the only one here doing this, if I'm the only one in the world doing this, it's okay. If we are the only 6 people doing this in the entire world, it's absolutely okay. It's more and better than it was before I jumped into this idea. So can I allow myself to be just that pioneer, to really be adventurous into observing what's most beautiful, what's most inspiring personality, event, or idea, or emotion. And letting my body slowly move the torso slightly forward. So the torso just moves and leans slightly forward as you exhale. And then to the right side, inhale half the way back. Very, very gently, just to feel your hip flexors, just to feel the midsection of your body, just to feel the hips, the rim of the hips. And as you exhale, move around to the left side forward, just to feel your back, to feel your hip flexors, to feel your spine, the midsection. Inhaling around, just gently, as little or as deeply as you need to be. And let your breath guide you. One more time, maybe accentuating the movement. Maybe you can feel a little bit deeper around the waist. And as you inhale one last time, around to the right, to the back, at your own pace, not mine. And then exhale all the way forward in front of your body, and holding it in front of your body to return in the opposite direction as you're inhaling, as you're breathing in through your nose without forcing your breath. Can you really appreciate the benefit of that exhalation as you breathe all the way out and around? So how lucky we are that we can actually engage breath on our own, that our lungs are functional, that we have the mental ability to exhale as we move around and we connect the brain to our physical body. Is there this moment of gratefulness as we inhale one last time to the back and moving it around and extend it all the way slowly forward towards the front of the body, coming back to center as we breathe in, inhaling, inhale, and exhale all the way, allowing maybe the knees and hips to slowly roll back up and finding maybe the right knee slowly open to the right side of your body and the left knee to slowly open behind you. And so that means that the knee is not forced. You can extend the leg, you can soften, you can take weight of that hip or the knee that is flexed, in this case, my left knee, and let that knee slowly soften and feel that what it feels like to have that portion of your body opening. And maybe the front leg, in this case, the right foot comes slowly forward and almost holds the inner thigh. For me, the knee, the thigh, the inner thigh, whichever is most comfortable. And I just on my right hip. So the left hip is slightly lifted off the ground. I feel it lift and allow, again, a rotation towards the flexed knee, towards the right knee. And I feel my torso twisting, and I can feel my body slowly looking out. And I can feel the pivoting of my right hand on the ground and the left hand to slowly come across the chest and gently move forward, as if you're just pointing with that left hand across your chest. And find that you're opening the abdomen, you're opening the hip flexors, you're not forcing through the ankle, through the knee, or any other joints. Simply create awareness on the abdominal cavity and the abdominal area, breath in. Allow your jaw, your head, and your neck to slowly lengthen the body. One more time. Find the exhalation that empties, that you move the air out of that oblique muscles. Feel those oblique muscles engaging. As your body finally exhales, then raise the arm. And the arm raises slowly above the head with the right hand still on the ground as pivoting. And let the arm open so you're feeling now the extension upwardly of that left side of your body all along. And you feel your chest, you feel your right hand pivoting, you feel your abdomen, you feel the rib cage almost extending, and the left arm comes above the shoulder, behind the neck, behind the back if needed, so you can really feel an extension of the vertebrae column and an opening of the abdomen of the hip flexor, and let your body exhale. One more time, deep breath, your head always aligned. Observe that your inhalation opens and extends the entire front of that left side of your body. And as your body is ready, exhale all the way through and then raise it up. Breath in, and then reach slowly with your left hand gently forward as if your hands are coming just under the shoulders. And with one hand inside the leg and the other side outside the leg, and maybe contract the hip flexor and find that you're resting over the inner thigh, that your abdomen presses slowly toward the inner thigh and you roll your torso forward. How little, how much is your body allowing it to do? Can you not use your hands, or do you need to use your hands to just give you extension? Can you feel that hip lower back? Again, it's not just extending the hip flexor, it's also activating to contract it, to feel that you're squeezing it. Find that your head and your jaw is not tense, that you're forcing nothing about the movement, that your breathing is really allowing you to slowly extend and make those muscles of your back, of your neck, of your shoulders really clear, and then slowly bring your hands to inhale as slowly and gently as your body needs to come back to center. And then we're going to switch gently towards the opposite side. As you know, taking weight of that back leg, my left leg is flexed, I'm going to roll away from it, raise naturally the left knee, bring my left leg around and switch exactly in the opposite direction. So finding that my right leg now is flexed, that my right heel comes to my glute, that my left foot comes into the inner thigh, that my hip flexor on the right side opens, and I'm actually activating, raising almost that right glute off the ground, so my rib cage moves the torso out over to the left side or towards the left knee, and my body exhales, and I can feel the body slowly supporting, and feeling that left hand comes as close, as far as the body is needed, as long as the shoulder is not tight and raised, the shoulders down, and you can feel the pectoral muscles engaged. There's so many parts of your body that we can engage in this position. And you exhale slowly and bring the arm slowly above and gently, pointing across the chest all the way around, right? That's how we started, pointing and slowly twisting, and carry all those tissues. It doesn't mean that in one shot, it doesn't mean in one breath. It's a process. Can you be kind to yourself and to your physical body? Can you allow the movement to activate and breathe in? And you can be sweating in this position, and you can add as much intensity as you need to, or you can play with your body, let your body soften, and then come back deeper into it, and let the exhalation slowly soften the position and extend one more time, breathing in. Allow your exhalation to really clear, to feel that you're moving, that you're actually shifting tissues, that you can feel the skin layers, the adipose tissue in between of your dermis and your muscles, that your fascia covering your muscles, the entire muscle structure, to move the organs inside your abdomen cavity. When your body's finally exhaling to the left, raising, maybe your right arm slowly comes above the shoulder, and that allows it, is allowed and permitted into this position. And maybe the arm lengthens a little bit higher, so you can feel your arm slowly arching behind, and you can feel how the extension raises, right? Find a twist as if your rib cage raises slowly and your back tends to arch, but you're not really arching it, you're lengthening it from the base of the spine, as we've said many times, and the fingers of the right hand help into the extension. So as if you're just untwisting a light bulb in the ceiling, and you can feel your head not forced up towards the sky, but maybe drawn towards the left shoulder. And then breathe in and exhale all the way through. Let your last breath, can you again feel the length of those muscles and really create enough space that you're shifting all those tissues. When your body's ready, exhale and release the right hand, release the arm, the shoulder, be intention with full awareness, with perfect mindfulness. Let your hands come slowly towards the left knee, one inside and the other one on the other side of the leg. And maybe your abdomen starts moving, and maybe this side is a lot more challenging. Maybe this side is a lot easier, and your abdomen and chest slowly come to the ground. You can feel your hands helping you to the degree that needs to be helped. Or maybe you have a cushion or a block or something that protects and supports your head so you don't have to carry your head in position. Maybe fists or fists are the ones that support your head into the position so you can lengthen, you can feel and play with the position of your jaw so your vertebrae column elongates and your hands come slowly to support the position or outside. You feel your body is just moving. And one more time, can you invest every breath into this movement? And we really, those are precious seconds that we have. And we have, again, separated time of our day to mindfully invest into this loving practice of relationship to our physical body. Can I let my own physical body really engage? It doesn't matter how deep I need to go or I'm expected to go. It's not about the external expectations, not even about my internal expectations. It's about being present and receiving exactly what is at the moment present in our lives. When the last long exhalation empties out completely from your gut area all the way through hands and arms, slowly walk into your body, and we raise and extend and we lengthen the entire vertebrae column, and you feel your body slowly coming gently away from the right knee into the left side of your body. So the right knee opens and the right leg extends, and we can feel the body slowly reaching. And maybe in this position, we're going to allow the legs to be a longer mat or yoga mat. And I'm going to very, very kindly rest on my right side, on my right hip, on my right leg, and my right elbow is going to slowly settle into the ground. And I'm going to allow the left toes to slowly stay behind my right hamstring, my right leg. It doesn't matter if the leg is crossed or actually bent or extended. Maintain that left toes in that position and allowing my left knee to roll over, to maintain the torso open and my left knee to come just across my body. And see if my hip rotates with it, if my thigh rotates with it, and my knee moves all the way, and my right leg stays steady. So supports and anchors that twisting. And my left hand, the one that is on top, is going to extend and raise towards the sky, and then open my chest behind. So knee in opposite direction to your shoulders. Can you feel the twist? Can you feel that you're anchoring the right hip, that you're moving through your waist, breath in, breath out. Can you extend or activate a little bit deeper the right leg? Breathe. Do not force your shoulders, not force your neck. Your neck may look towards the ground and the right shoulder towards the chest or towards the front of your body or towards your left thumb, whatever it is possible and supportive. One more time. Stay with the movement for a few seconds until your body starts reacting to it, until your body feels the connection with it. Let your last breath, can you feel the opening of the abdomen, right? The whole idea is to feel all the way from the hip flexors. Can you extend that right leg and squeeze that right glute? Last time, deep breath in. Exhale all the way through this position and raise. Raise your left arm up and let your body exhale slowly towards the ground, and then gently allow your left knee to come very gently off the floor. Breathe it very slowly out. We're going to rotate towards the opposite side. So instead of giving you my back, I'm going to rotate out to the opposite side. So my left leg then stretches, but you can also look away from the computer if you're looking into computer. If you have both computer and phone in hand and you're logging into both, you can also use the phone for another reference. So let the left leg to be stretched. Your toes of the right foot come under the knee, under the calf, under the thigh, and letting slowly my left shoulder not to be engaged and your forearm to be strong and your right knee to slowly come prepare to roll forward. And you can feel how the hip rotates, and you can feel all the way through the rotation, enough that the rib cage is now counteract the movement of the right knee and right hip, and the thigh and outer thigh moves completely, your lower back moves completely, and the right arm opens to now really extend from the chest area rather than the shoulders. So the shoulder is not engaged. The arm doesn't need to be extended. The arm, if you have shoulder or elbow issues, your right arm can come to the head, to the shoulder, or maybe extended, and you can feel your body opening. And your head, again, if your neck is giving you trouble, look towards the ground, towards the knee, towards the thigh, towards the back hand, breathe in or shoulder. Find that you're carrying, that you're moving your belly out of the position into the twist. Observing again that your left leg engages, that your left glute is squeezed, so your hip flexors open. One more time, breathing into this position. Exhale all the way through. Beautiful. Can you let your body, again, focus into not the extremity of the position, but into the point where you can actually feel the connection to your tissues in your last one breath. Observe your body to really benefit, to breathe into. What are the things that are coming to mind as we began talking about? Can we focus again to that exhalation that brings your body back to center, that we can feel the body into that moment of gratefulness. And then your right knee rolls gently off the ground, and your body slowly comes gently towards the sitting position one more time, and let your body extend your legs. Again, I'm facing you, but I could easily be along my yoga mat. Finding slow motion position, so much that I can feel my left knee contracting, my left foot coming as close to my glute as possible, and then gently, without forcing my spine, without forcing my neck, the right hand behind to the side, and I'm going to kindly drop that left knee wide. So my left knee comes as wide as possible, with the groin being approached by my left heel, my left foot into the inner thigh, into the closer to the knee, never in the knee joint, and the knee doesn't have to touch the ground. Just simply exhale and let your body slowly soften. And then in that same movement, maintaining that knee in position, I'm going to bend gently my right elbow. So my leg stays straight on my right leg, my left knee is bent, my right elbow starts bending, and I'm going to slowly open, and I'm going to gently lean back with my torso. And I can feel that my left knee is as far away from my abdomen as possible. I'm looking towards the right side one more time, finding that my right elbow is on the floor and my left hand is coming toward the hip. Maybe my left hand is slowly touching the floor, so the elbow on the left is lifted, the right elbow is dropped, or maybe it comes towards the right thigh, maybe my left hand comes over the hip, maybe on the right side, maybe it comes towards the edge of the mat, and I hold on to the edge of the mat, or maybe it just simply crosses or lengthens and opens, and I can feel my left foot coming into the inner thigh as the right leg extends and my torso slowly stretching, and I can feel the hip flexors, the abdomen open, the midsection of your body. How many times we think about engaging those muscles of the abdomen into the position of the body? And again, it's not just the external muscles. Can you slow down and really focus in feeling? Can you be fully in with your mind's eye into those muscles of your abdomen, of your lower back? Let your last two breaths. Exhale, exhale. Feel the inhalation, deeply breathing in. When your body is exhaling, feel that your abdomen really tucks in. Can you really feel those deep in towards the lower back? And then with your right hand and left hand slowly moving, bring your torso back to center, very, very gently. Exhale, exhale, bringing the left knee off the ground, stretching your left leg out, switching legs, allowing my right foot to come into my inner thigh. Then my left elbow slowly drops. And again, I'm going to stay in this position. I'm going to facing that way. If you can hear me, you know it's the entire mirror of the position. So find the left elbow to come to the ground, the right arm to come slowly supporting, maybe crossing over towards the left leg, maybe comes towards the back of the head, to the back of the shoulder, or all the way open. And then look out towards the left side of your body, as long as my right foot activates against the left. And I feel the left elbow low and the right side of my body up. Inhale. Again, the right arm doesn't have to be stretched. Find your body supported, opening. Deep breath. As you exhale, you're anchoring, you're dropping the belly button area towards the lower back. As you're inhaling, you're lengthening, you're moving from the chest, from the sternum up, and you're squeezing the glutes, pressing into the inner thigh. One last inhalation, breathing, breathing. Exhale all the way through. Inhale into this pose. Let go of your right arm. Very kindly press your left hand gently, arm and shoulder off the ground. Breath in, exhale. Beautiful. Find your body coming slowly onto in lifted knees, contracted legs, breathing in. And we're going to allow slowly for my knees to open wide. So I'm going to stretch gently. And the heels of the feet are the ones that are going to be pivoting into this position. So the heels of the feet are against each other. And I'm going to open slightly the knees wide away from your body. Not force, it's not about pushing the legs or overextending the hips. It's just about holding into a comfortable position and let the legs tell you how much or how deep into the ground is comfortable. Do not try to attempt to go to the ground all the way in the first shot. Your hands, hold onto your knees, hold onto your ankles, hold onto your shins, the space between your ankles and your knees, hold onto your feet, and let your body exhale and round your spine as if your head is about to slowly move towards your toes. Do not force anything. Round your back. Really feel that your back is arched forward. And drop the head. Feel that the weight of the head is going to elongate your vertebrae column. Opening those back muscles. Breathing in. And then breathe out. Can you use the abdomen to press against the lower back so the head slowly drops a little bit closer to your toes, a little bit closer to your mat. It is completely relative to your own capabilities, not comparative to what you were able to do 10 years ago, where you're comparing to think what you have to do according to a magazine picture or a video on YouTube. Observe your body, feeling fully engaged into that extension, that every part is engaged. And you're attentive and you're paying attention, right? Like a mother would take care of this baby, just almost with much attention and love, take care of every part and every vertebra of your body. Exhale all the way through and then slowly raise with your hands. Your arms press into the legs, into the floor, to your torso raises, your arms are doing all the work. And then slowly pull on your knees, on your shins, on your toes, on your feet. Drop the elbows, drop the shoulders, and then slowly raise your chest as if your chest comes highest off the ground. And you can feel your chin maybe staying on your throat, maybe staying parallel towards the ground, or raising all the way towards the sky. Still pivoting with your heels against each other, feeling that your legs are the ones holding position and your inner thighs open and you breathe in. Allow your elbows and shoulders to almost draw back your chest and your chest to be expanded even deeper and farther forward, and your eyes roll over your eyebrows. Breath in, breath out. Can you feel your body? And then what are you thinking about? The contribution that we do with every one of the breaths, with every one of our thoughts is hugely important. Can you find, again, a moment of healing when we breathe out, that you are letting all these other things that are clouding sometimes our thinking in our hearts to be released? And can we inhale and exhale deeply? So what comes when you move out from your gut? Last long inhalation. Can you feel the extension? And then exhale and release slowly forward, arching, rounding slowly all the way towards your toes. One more time. Round your back, round your head, tuck in the chin, squeeze to your belly, feel your body, and then press, massage. Feel that your body's pressing. Do not judge your body. Do not judge the range of movement. Do not judge your joints. Last time, feel your body moving deepest into the position that your body allows at this point. And then with much care, inhale, and then raise the center of your heart. Your shoulder blades are shifting behind towards each other. The shoulders open, your pectoral muscles are open, your breathbone area comes forward, your throat opens. Last one time. Deep breath and feel elongation on your vertebrae column, and then slowly flex. Last time. Single breath all the way gently towards your feet. It doesn't mean fast, it just means a single opportunity to move through and then come up, inhaling when you breathe all the way slowly and gently towards the sky, drawing your shoulders back, raising your chin and throat. And then exhale back to center, slowly rolling gently back up. And find that your knees coming off the ground and you're breathing in, that your legs are actually extending gently forward. So now you feel your hip flexors really starting to activate and allow your right leg to slowly bend in while your left leg remains long and extended, and slowly sit into the position. Hug your right leg, hug your right knee, your shin. Slowly exhale, breathe. When your body's ready, support. Find that your back, one more time, rounds forward. So you're really letting your back air roll over to squeeze, complete that right leg and press against the abdomen, against the side of your rib cage, against your chest, and let your left hand, while your right arm is holding position, your left hand to move towards your thigh, maybe lower than your thigh towards your knee, maybe towards your shin, maybe towards the ankle, maybe towards your big toe, and your body exhales. And you feel your body, again, never locking the left knee, never overextending the left knee, and hugging. The whole idea is to keep your body still connected into that right thigh, right knee. Jaw draws in, drop your head, and find extension of those muscles of your back, and flexion on the thighs, on the hip flexor. Breathe in. Exhale all the way through. Can you feel the muscles? Elbow never overextended. If your elbow is locked, you've gone too far down your leg. Bring your arm higher. It doesn't have to be that way. Can you find your spine and the fascia and all those things? Maybe sometimes it's helpful to investigate discomfort. So what does it feel to look inside into that sense of discomfort in the body? Where's that coming from? And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just letting go and surrender and focus on to the things that we talked at the very beginning of the class, that place of gratefulness, when your body is exhaling and feeling that your breath really cleanses, that exhalation is really healing. Slowly bring your left hand back in, feel your spine to slowly come back. Sit upright, bring your left knee in, and see if your right leg or the opposite leg is the one that is extended this time, and you hug it completely through both arms. Feel that you're connected, that you're finding the abdomen, the rib cage, almost embracing completely the shin, that leg. And so what does it feel like to embrace and hug? What is the emotional or sentiment, right? There is emotional connection to move your chin and your head and your forehead towards the kneecap, and your body exhales. When your body finally feels the left arm really holding and in charge of the position, I take my right hand and possibly place it on my thigh. And maybe that's as far as I'm going to go. Maybe my right hand comes towards the knee or lower than your leg. And it doesn't matter how far, your right knee doesn't need to be locked. You don't have to force anything. Observe the hugging. Observe the contraction to the front. Observe the opening of the back. Again, it's about that mutual closing and opening, that dualistic position of the physical body. That one part is antagonistic to the opposite, that when one side contracts, the opposite opens. That again, fear is opposite to love, that acting out of being afraid is exactly, how many justifications we can come up with that, but it's exactly the opposite of love. That we can either think about material things or spiritual things, not both of them at the same time. They're really antagonistic. So feel and find, again, that dualistic reflection of the yoga philosophy and teachings into our physical body when your last full exhalation happens, and you can feel and you can concentrate and you can, again, observe and experiment with your body. Let slow motion that your right hand and does, that your left hand and does, that you find your body slowly engaging, that you feel your left leg now extending slowly forward. And now we're going to add a little bit of movement to the hips by crossing your feet over your ankles. Your knees are wide, and then we're going to roll over the shins. How much is that possible? Maintaining your feet still crossed over your ankles, right? And we're going to place the knees wide enough. And my body is going to slowly, again, feet cross over the ankles, hips still over the ankles and feet. Find the arms supportive. And maybe the body is going to slowly and gently place the forearms and elbows to the ground. And see what happens. Can I flex my hip flexors? So by flexing my hip flexors, I'm raising my tailbone area and I'm pushing back through my tailbone area and raising the very end of my vertebral column. And my abdomen tucks, right? My abdomen has to contract and to support the tilting of that back. Feel the exhalation because my abdomen is actually the muscles of the abdominal rectus are being extended because my lower back is contracting. The lower back muscles are flexing. So the abdomen flattens and feels that it's retracting because it's flattening and creating tension in elongation of the abdomen muscles. Find your lower back contracting a little bit as you're raising your tailbone area. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale all the way through. Don't put pressure on elbows or shoulders in your last long push. And you press as if you're just about to tear those pants. Use those glutes. Tear them up. Breath in. And when your body's ready, allow your elbows to start walking gently forward. And maybe this is a little bit as much as your body's going to go, and that's fine. Do not force your knees. Do not force your hips. Stay right here in your forearms. Maybe your body's able to flex your knees and lift your feet. And your body settles onto your inner thighs, resting your hips. As long as your knees are easily coming off the ground, not on the joints, not forcing anything. Activate feet and toes so the glute muscles are supporting, and let the elbows be wide enough so you're not pushing on the shoulders. And your chest moves forward and the crown of it extends, and you feel your body again flexing toes, flexing feet, activating your glutes, pressing your pubic bone, the connection between your right and left hip into the ground to open your inner thighs and your hip flexors, and you breathe in and the crown of the head extends towards the sky, and you feel your body opening the abdomen as if you're just traveling with your rib cage farther away from the hips. Deep breath. Exhale. One more time. Can you observe your body? This is a perfect time to pause for a second and feel your body. Not only physically, right? But all the other things that happen within your physical body. Observe your abdomen, the organs, the functioning of the abdominal cavity, to feel that your spine and nervous system are supported through your lower back and the connection to your legs. Let your last long vision, that your cardiovascular system is breathing, and most importantly, your emotional state, your spiritual intelligence, let it guide you. Find that your hands slowly start walking in, your elbows start walking in, your elbows lift, hands right next to your rib cage, your knees are softened, your feet are softened, and then roll back up and feel your body coming one more time on knees and hands. And we're going to slowly bend the elbows, raise your hips, and then contract the hip flexors as if your lower back is flexing. You don't want to really force the lower back. You want to press into your glutes, tuck in the belly button area so your tailbone area is raised highest and your back becomes arched, while your abdomen is elongated by the simple tilting of those hips and the extension of your chest forward. This time, we're going to raise the chin out in front of your body and the crown of the head away from the shoulders. As you already know, it's not about crunching the neck, it's about lengthening forward. Can you feel the elongation of that front of your body, from your chin to your throat, to your chest, to your belly? Deep breath in. Exhale all the way through. Can you feel your body breathing one more time into this position? Exhale all the way through. Last two breaths. Feel your body. Last inhalation. Can you feel those muscles tensing? Can you really focus your attention to activate those muscles, to fire up those muscles? And lastly, raising your elbows, soften your spine, and walking your hands and forearms gently into the farther position of your mat. Your knees and feet are slowly raised, and flexing your knees, and maybe the opposite feet need to cross over the other to see how that feels on your hips. And your elbows are never tight under your rib cage. Your elbows as wide as need to be. The arms and shoulders give enough room for the torso, your glute muscles to have enough room, your rib cage to travel forward, and your chest to come slowly forward towards the sky in front of your body. And your head is going to this time tilt down and look towards the space between your elbows, towards your chest, opening the entire spine. Deep breath, lengthen that fascia. Observe your glutes, not raise your hips. Allow your knees to be wide enough and flatten the pelvic area. One more time, breath. Exhale, feel your abdomen, that you're really activating with the abdominal muscles, that your abdominal muscles become long. You want to activate them, make them stretch, make them contract. We have done both. You can find the isotonic extension of that muscle fiber. Let your last 2 breaths. Exhale, exhale. Can you feel your abdomen almost retracting off the floor? In your final inhalation, deep breath in. Observe that your head and your neck really extend the fascia of your vertebrae column, and then exhale and release. Legs and arms and head and shoulders. Walk your hands in. Let your body slowly extend your legs and cross your legs, extend them away from your body, and then slowly place your hands into the floor. Come onto hands and knees into neutral position. Observe your body to just be in neutral pose. Exhale all the way through. Very nice. Palms and hands under the shoulders, shoulder distance from each other. Look at your middle finger. Is it parallel towards the opposite hand? Are you pressing through the heel of the hands, or are you pressing through your root of the fingers, pinky and thumb in particular? Can you let your right knee on the ground and the left knee to slowly travel forward, maybe towards the left wrist, maybe towards the left forearm, for some of us towards the left elbow or tricep. And they flex and they look slowly towards that left foot, towards the left ankle, or towards my belly, towards my chest, towards my right knee, as my head drops and I contract and I breathe in. And exhale, slowly contracting. Can you feel and holding that isometric, that the meter, the distance between your muscles is the same, sustained. Do not let it play in and out. Hold it for a second. Find again that your body by that is going to remain and hold and find tenacity, that your tone, muscle tone is going to be established. Last time, deep breath in, and then exhale, release that left leg towards the ground, let it settle. Deep breath in, allow your hands and elbows to slowly soften off the ground. Walk your hands in towards your knees, release pressure from the arms that we've used for a minute. Exhale slowly, find your hands coming towards your waist. Your thumbs are going to find that lower back, the iliac crest. Your fingers wrapped around your oblique muscles. Elbows slowly point back. Squeeze your glutes as if your glutes are really being pressed forward against the hip flexors. Abdomen supports, shoulders drawn back, elbows point back, chest opens. Raise slowly your breastbone area. Your head stays neutral. Your head moves towards the ground, or head moves up towards the sky, and looking slowly over your eyebrows. Feel that your body stretches the toenails actively into the floor. Pinky toenail, all the toenails, squeeze your glutes. And what are you thinking about right now? Pause for a second. Undo, recenter, come back in. What is your intention? Can you refocus your mind? Find your last 2 breaths. Feel your body reaching as deeply as your body needs to. When your body exhales, can you learn to extend the vertebrae column behind without forcing it? Just simply trusting your body to come up, inhale towards the sky. And releasing slowly forward. One more time. Fingers, hands, aligning your middle finger, supporting through pinky and thumb, thinking about your left knee, all the things that you learned from the opposite side. Arms are wide enough that they're supportive of the weight of your body. Your left knee gives you enough support. Your right knee starts walking forward towards the right wrist, towards the right forearm, towards the right elbow, towards the right tricep. And your body rounds, and you look slowly towards that right foot, flexing, pointing the toes. Deep breath in, rounding your spine. Contract. Isometric contraction of those muscles in the abdominal cavity. Can you find that those muscles are actually active? They're not just loose, they're not just hanging, they're not just there, but you're really motivating them to be active. Breathe. Connect your brain, connect your nervous system to them, and allow your entire muscle to be benefited through the fluidity of the blood flow and oxygenation and the energy that comes with it. Can you observe your intention? Can you feel your last 2 breaths? Observe your tummy. Can you find your final inhalation, contracting those abdominal muscles? And then exhale, release your right knee. Beautiful. Deep breath. Elbows slowly come towards the ground. Forearms come slowly towards the floor. Palms and hands slowly face each other. Take all weight of shoulders, place it on the forearms. Shift back your hips. Allow this time the right knee, so switching one more time, the right knee to the floor, the left leg behind, the left leg stretches away from the body, and the toes remain on the ground. The toes come higher towards the sky. Support the position. Open through your hip flexors by contracting the left glute. Raise your thigh as high as possible, and your head stays neutral. Your head looks towards the knee, or your head slowly looks forward in front of your body for higher intensity. But it's not the head and the neck, as you already know, is your chest. So can you feel your body? Thigh, if I were to touch your thigh and raise it a little bit higher off the ground, so what does it feel like for your hip flexors? What does it feel like for your tummy? How does it feel for the contraction of that glute? That left glute should be really active. The right knee should be supportive. Your forearm should be balanced. Let your last two breaths. Observe the exhalation that comes and contracts the belly. When your final inhalation, deep breath in, allow your left knee to slowly come towards the ground. Settle gently. One more time, breath in. Allow your body to stay neutral into this position for a second. Observe your breath. When your body's ready, left knee to the ground, right leg shifts back. Again, toes remain to the floor, and that's as far as you're gonna go. You can still activate the glute, you can still contract it, you can still feel that your tummy is retracted. Doesn't matter if your toes are able to raise off the ground a little bit or a whole bunch above the hip, whichever is your intention and energy today. Maybe your right thigh is coming a little bit taller, maybe your chest slowly looks with your head towards the left knee, towards the chest, towards the forearms. Maybe your chest slowly looks out in front of your body for adding intensity. Observe what happens if you continue and just trigger that nervous system, that fiber that comes in from the brain through your spine into that muscle fiber and contracts the glutes and tightens the belly. Feel it. Feel that your body's constantly observing, right? It's about, again, the physicality of a yoga practice is about that discipline. Can you find that discipline into your body, to the strength of the muscles, that you really start training, so then the discipline can turn and be used, that same energy and the same concepts your body can use towards your mind and the mindfulness. So we can really do everything mindfully. Let your last two breaths, observe your belly. Let your final long inhalation, can you feel your body really activating those muscles? You can feel the benefit. And the exhalation releases the right knee to the ground, shin and toes towards the floor, and your body exhales. Beautiful. Bring your hands one more time, palms of the hands under your shoulders, flexing your toes. You're going to slowly raise your knees, and you're going to raise your heels to flex your hip flexors. So you're going to go into a modified down dog position. That means your heels are coming highest off the ground, your thighs are active, your head drops slowly in between your arms, so your shoulder blades roll towards each other or away from each other, shoulder blades towards each other. So you feel that your upper back, cervical spine are really hugged by the muscles in between your shoulder blades, and your arms become strong because your fingers, not because your wrists, and you're distributing the weight of your body evenly between arms and legs, and your hips become taller. Find your last two breaths. So where is your discipline in this position? Can you find your body supported without finding or without forgetting about the balance between taking care of your physical body, observing your intention, allowing your focus when your last long deep breath in, inhale, and then release and exhale. Beautiful. Bring your body to slowly settle into the ground. Find your hands walking in towards your knees, rounding your spine into kneeling position. One more time. So observe a slow, gentle shift. Lots of blood has come to your head, which is really good, right? That your body is shifting those fluids, that you're cleansing in a way those conduits, veins and arteries are being just motivated. The entire lymphatic system is being also activated. Find that your hands one more time come slowly onto the base of the spine. And the elbows are drawn back, that your glute muscles really contract to hold the hip flexors really open, and the abdomen and the rib cage opens, that your chest opens, that your shoulders open, that your shoulder blades come towards each other. Your thumbs have that point of leverage in the lower back, and your spine either looks slowly away from the waist towards the back, while your head stays facing neutral in front of your body towards the belly button area, or for some of us towards the sky. And then feel the body slowly opening. Deep breath. And again, it's not about overextending, it's about learning to slowly hug. Hug those parts of your body. Hug those glutes, hug those hips, hug the spine from the sides, open the chest area, observe your body, pay attention, right? You are the expert in your body. Let your last two breaths. Exhale all the way through. Find your final long deep breath in to really extend the body and then come slowly all the way towards the sky. Beautiful. Very gently, all the way down into down dog, our favorite position. Find your fingers, hands, thumb, index, pinky. Exhale, raise your knees, move with your body. Find your body coming this time with your heels as close to the ground as possible, if that's even possible for your body, so your calves and hamstrings open, your jaw draws in. When your shoulder blades are moving towards each other, you can feel that your chest is actually shifting, that you're relying in equal distribution of the weight between your feet, between your hands, that you allow your tailbone area to be raised, that the crown of it extends towards the floor. One more time, breath. So what is your point and focus of gratitude today? Can you recapture that? Can you refocus in it? Can you observe your breath one last time to observe the full exhalation of your body, and then very, very gently raise your heels, bring your knees towards the ground, let your body settle, deep breath in, observe the exhalation. Find your hands walking kindly towards your knees, towards your thighs, take a deep, deep breath in, exhale all the way through. This time, you can repeat by holding slowly into almost camel pose, with your thumbs and hips into position, or you can go all the way to, again, a couple of modifications of camel pose. We're going to start with an easier one, which might be just simply holding this position right there, as we did before. For the ones who are a little more adventurous and want to add on something, it's easier if you flex your toes, and as long as your knees are collaborative here, and let your toes be flexed, and maybe one hand comes towards the one heel, and then the opposite hand comes towards the opposite heel into just a camel pose. And you can feel your body slowly moving through your glutes forward and shoulders back, and find your extension. Again, never overdoing. And you know that you're overdoing when you stop breathing. So can you feel your body still breathing in position? Find your last 3 breaths. Exhale through your tummy. Feel the openings, the entire front of your body. Doesn't matter where your hands are. Last long inhalation. You feel your spine really benefited from this position as you exhale all the way through. Come up with your hands and your legs and your glutes, raising your torso coming forward all the way towards the ground. Find your fingers, find your hands, settle, raise your knees, observe your body coming slowly into down dog. Find your fingers and palms and hands to the floor. Left foot stays on the ground, right leg comes slowly off the ground if that's available for your body. And you breathe in. And you exhale all the way through. 2 more times. Squeezing and holding. Exhale, exhale, dip your chest. Last inhalation. Let your right leg slowly soften and bring and switch. Your left leg very slowly, very gently. Feel it. Feel your body raising. And just engage it. 1 more time. Breath in. Empty your gut. 2 more times. Can you feel your body? Never locking your right knee. Exhale slowly. Last full breath. Can you really feel the body just lengthen, extend, reaching, and exhale, release your left foot. Bring your heels off the ground as you inhale, drop the knees towards the floor. Exhale, bring your body slowly with your hands towards your knees, towards your thighs, rounding gently back upright. Exhale, 1 more time, holding onto your waist. Again, attempting that camel position. For some of us, it's easier to stay here. For some of us, that's enough, and that's as far as we're gonna go today. Stay right there. Observe your body, maybe even just releasing your hands and placing your lower back, and that's as far as you're gonna go. Maybe for some of us, the toes flex, and we repeat again, reaching for the heels. For a few of us, if you want to add intensity to that, then flatten your toes on the top of your feet and simply feel your hands coming towards your feet, towards the heels, and then in the same way, raise up towards the sky, your chest and your jaw draws away from your throat if your neck allows it, and squeeze your glutes. Find that the center of your body active, your hip flexors are really opening. Find the most beneficial position. 2 more times. Breathe. If your breath is soothing and slow motion. One last thing, you can really feel your body exhaling, come up very gently, slow motion and doing, and then very gently come towards the ground, palms of hands into the floor. Let the palms of the body slowly settle to the ground. Bring very gently your knees back. Allow your body to slowly flatten your thighs, flatten your hips, flatten your chest. Exhale, place one cheekbone to the ground, whichever one it is, and rest your hands to the sides of your body. Undo. Roll your heels, roll your knees, roll your hips and glutes, settle. Let your body take a few seconds to find its way around this position. Take a deep, deep breath. And exhale so your body settles. One more time. So what happened to the entire physical body as you have shifted? What is the feeling of rejuvenation in the entire spine and back and chest? Last long, deep breath into this position. When the body is ready, and you can feel a softness that comes and runs through your entire body, let your right hand come all the way around, if that's possible, and extend it gently above the shoulder in front of your body. So if you just extended it in the opposite direction of your leg, and your right elbow can be as bent as 90 degrees or more, or as extended as much as 180 degrees. And find your body rolling over its right side. So you're now resting your head on the right arm or the right shoulder, and you're resting on your right hip. The right leg bends a little bit to give you balance, or maintains it straight if you need to, and you have enough balance in that position. And let your left knee slowly flex, and you can reach with your hand towards your thigh, towards your knee, towards your shin, towards the ankle, towards the foot. And your body exhales. And so the idea is to feel, again, your right knee on the ground is bent or is extended, and feel that your right leg through your thigh travels back, and the glute muscles squeeze, and your shoulders not force, and you breathe in and you breathe out slowly, opening the hip flexor. Deep breath, as if your back toes or left toes are coming farther behind, closer to the entire ground or hips or lower back, and feel the inhalation slowly supporting the position. Exhale all the way through. What are you really thinking about right now? Find your last two breaths. Exhale all the way through. In your last inhalation, feel your body opening that hip by squeezing the glute, of course, and then exhale and release. Is it an easier way to slowly reach and engage those hip flexors that, again, were asked for to be worked on today? Can you find your tummy, your hips, your shoulders to roll into the ground and turn into the opposite direction? Again, allow your left arm to come around slowly. Let your hip rests on your arm, on your bicep, on your shoulder. That your right knee slowly bends, and you can feel your right knee slowly coming towards, with the foot coming towards the hand, and the hand towards your knee, towards your shin, towards the ankle, towards the foot, towards the toes, towards the big toe, and your left leg bends or stretches. And you find your body slowly shifting and traveling with your thigh bone without affecting the knee joint, traveling your thigh back, and your glute muscle scores slowly starts contracting on the right to open all the muscles from the thigh and not the knee. Make sure that you're really not compressing or overextending that knee joint, that you're not pushing with the arm. That is your thigh that slowly travels behind you. And your neck and your jaw are really important to support that position. Let simple breaths, as if your toes are traveling all the way back, because your thigh is pressing it back, and your glute naturally will squeeze, and you're opening your hips, you're opening your abdomen, you're stretching your chest out away from the hip area. Let your last two breaths. Again, isotonic, maintain the same tenacity, stretching gently those muscle fibers. When your body's ready, exhale and then kindly release and see what is the flush of blood that comes into your body. May God bless you. And let your body slowly be bathed with that oxygenated blood into your system. Allow your hands to slowly come right next to your chest with your chin or forehead into the ground, belly slowly facing to the floor. Let your chin rest. Let you find a position that is comfortable for your head and bring your hands to slowly come gently along the sides of your body with the palms of hands facing the ground. And you're going to place the crease of the elbows closest to the floor, palms of hands facing to the ground, shoulders drawn away from your head and neck, and let your toes slowly flex. Toes tuck under your ankles. Are you listening to your physical body? Do not rush. Do not move too quickly. Engage that midsection, your core. How can you spiritualize? So what are the lessons being learned at every point? Are you still focused into your intention on the yoga practice today? Find that your toes tuck in, that your knees maybe roll slightly off the ground, that you push into your heels, that you squeeze in your glutes. Maybe for some of us, the toes walk a little bit deeper, and I can raise my hips higher off the ground, almost tilting my glutes up towards the sky, and my abdomen tucks in to support that. And I breathe into this position. The forearms and the palms of the hands are really supportive into the ground, and I raise a little bit higher, as if I'm arching my lower back. Deep breath. Excellent. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze to hold those muscles, to hold your lower back, are simply engaging, contracting those lower back muscles, the glute muscles, and then giving an opportunity for your abdomen to stretch. Last 2 times. Can you breathe, breathe, breathe? Again, focus into those muscles. Really discipline your body. Let your last 1 time fully engage the full extension, and then exhale from the abdomen to your thighs, to your knees, to your shins. Exhale. Bring your arms around, extend them forward. Crocodile pose, if that's comfortable for your body, that means your forehead in the back of your hands, resting your forehead, shoulders wide, back long. Let your vertebrae column roll your heels. Are you tightening through your feet? Is there a part of your body that is tightening? And can you invite that part of your body to exhale and release pressure? What is your body learning, and what are you learning from your body in this position? Can you become aware? Where do I usually tighten? When I enter a circumstance in my daily life, in my material activities, my daily activities, and my body starts tightening, is telling me something about this is just not comfortable. Can I switch my attention? Can I switch my breath? Learn to observe and become your own personal chiropractor and intuitive, and observe what happens. What are the natural reactions that happen into your body, and can you learn them? Or can you teach them to guide you into a place of centeredness and mindfulness? So then you can explore just channelizing, just observing love through every one of your actions, and not getting tight or entangled into those tight positions. Find your breath. Let your last long inhalation, observe your body. Beautiful. When your body's ready, very gently bring the elbows tight towards your rib cage, forearms resting into the ground, palms of hands slowly on the floor in an easy, comfortable position for the elbows and shoulders. The closer the elbows, the tighter on your shoulder blades, the more supporting to your cervical spine. Squeeze the glutes, stretch your toenails. So your toenails are really flat into the floor. You're really aligning right and left leg. Again, learn to modulate and observe the position of your body to regulate your intention and emotional state, to observe your thoughts and breathing, connect the two observe that your body supports every movement and let your inhalation start raising, not because your chin looks up, your chin is tucked in towards your throat, your head slowly raises, your chest slowly comes a little bit of the ground, not far from the ground. Your toes and legs remain deep grounded into the floor. Your glutes press your hips into the floor. So that midsection of your body is grounded into the floor. Your arms and hands just lightly come off the ground, 1 to 2 inches off the floor. Elbows tight towards your rib cage. Hug your vertebrae column. Your jaw draws in and lengthen through the crown of head forward. Imagine I'm going to pull your head from the top of your head far away from the tailbone and lengthen those. What are your abdomen muscles? Can you feel your core? Can you squeeze your glutes and your legs? One inhalation. Baby cobra pose, right? When your body inhales last one time, can you feel? Hug those muscles, exhale and release towards the ground. Slowly soften. Very good. Soften your head, soften your shoulders. Where did you hold tension? And what does it feel like when we release? And you build muscle memory around that. Last 2 breaths. Feel them exhaling and escaping every pressure from your body as you finally inhale. Bring your arms and hands one more time, repeating baby cobra pose. Toes, legs anchor the lower body and let your chest and chin not raising your head. The crown of it extends forward. Your arms come slowly into baby cobra and let your body slowly support your spine, your shoulder blades as you breathe into them. Let your last 3 breaths observe that every breath is valued something into your body. Inhale and really feel the breath in. Really focus into the value of your exhalation of this random, your final time. This is really the important breath as much as any other breath is important. And let your body exhale and release towards the ground. Beautiful. Slowly soften. Allow one arm, whichever one is your favorite, to slowly roll under your head and chest so your body rolls on its back. And you're going to end up rolling completely on your back. Bend the knees if that feels comfortable for you. So the lower back is now flattening, and you can feel by the flexion of the knees that you're liberating the hips. And your hips, the iliac crest separates from the base of your ribs. So look internally to your physical body. What are the modifications? What are the micro adjustments that your body is showing or requesting or needing? And how is this practically applied in your life outside the yoga mat? How can you observe all the little skills that you have right now and then bring them in and truly practice your yoga outside the yoga mat to really become closer and closer to that practitioner that is mindful at every moment, that softens the lips and the tongue and the throat. Most importantly, that softens the head and the eyes and the mind. So the heart that is softening can actually and truly express outwardly. It doesn't mean that all of us are going to be able to be coming from the heart all the time. Impossible. Or that your intention of coming from the heart will always be heard by others. Impossible. We don't do it for others. right? We do it to reconnect internally towards that divine energy, to become really aligned. When and if your body is ready, bring right knee into your abdomen chest. Hold it through one single breath and feel that you're bringing it closer towards your abdomen, stretching as your chin. The chin tends to lift because you're pulling on all those muscles from the back, all the way from the glutes, from the spine to your shoulders, to the back of your neck. So it's pulling. Imagine that you're pulling from tension in the back area, so your head is going to start lifting, your chin is going to try to lift up. Slowly bring your jaw away from that tension and draw it into your throat, so to lengthen the spine. Switch gently, in other words, slowly bring your left knee in and see if you can let go of your right leg, holding for the last few seconds. Feel how the front of your body is flexing, including your hip flexors that we are working on today. And then invite awareness on what it feels like to shift the head and really stretch the connection. All tissues along the back to the left side. How's your breath coordinated here? Can you feel your last one inhalation that your body really feels? That you're elongating, that you're really creating extension in those parts that are short in your body. And then as you exhale, you let the left knee slowly undo, placing it onto the ground, rolling your knees to one side along with your arms and shoulders. Roll slowly onto that one side of your body. Rest your head in a place that is comfortable and your neck is not suffering. Feel the spine sinking through the belly, through the midsection. Rest your head and neck. Feel a natural curvature of your spine. Most importantly, breathe out and then kindly bring that top leg, the top arm to extend, the top arm to press into the chest or to the ground in front of the chest, and roll gently until your body comes into sitting position. And your inhalation supports gently the extension of the body, and the exhalation, the grounding of the body. Maybe it's a few seconds of introspection, of meditation that is more conscious. Maybe it's a few seconds of prayerful intention. Where our yoga practice is nothing but a reflection of our daily activities. This is where we come and realign and reconnect. Changing literally our asanas, the translation is of a posture. So we're really changing our posture about life. We are letting, not to impose anything, but to invite, to surrender, to bring our hands slowly into the heart center, just very gently, directly to your heart. Palms of the hands resting against each other, fingers, hands, heel of the hands into prayer pose. And as we always stand on those four pillars of harmony, peacefulness, and truthfulness, and as we always remind ourselves, most importantly, of divine, selfless, the